Hi! You're just in time for another hunting tip from Alan Williams at Dos Plumas Hunting Ranch.
What is a good time of the year to hunt exotics?
Well, you can't roll that into a generalization, and the reason why I say that is because axis deer, for example, drop their horns on their birth date. So, therefore, that means that they're having babies all the time. So that it's staggered. White-tailed deer typically breed a certain time of year. Every year, they drop their horns. All of the bucks drop their horns at a certain time of year every year. And so you can generalize when the rut is. You can generalize when they're going to be in velvet. You can generalize when they're going to be polished up, and all of the bucks will have their horns. But axis deer you can't, so that's why we have to word it in our packages that hard-horned animal, which means that you have to have an animal that is polished up, the velvet's been rubbed off, and that animal has to be hard-horned. You can have the animal standing right next to it in velvet and maybe only have half of his horn growth developed at the same time of year because he was born at a different time. Those animals, typically, July and August is the best time to hunt them because that's when most of them are hard-horned and their rut breeding season is at that time. So I'd say July, August, September, right in that time frame to get as many of those axis deer hard-horned so you'd have more to choose from. Now, your fallow deer pretty much are like whitetail. You can hunt them for the most part late August to the first part of middle of March. So that's when all of their horns will be polished up during that time period. So that's a time frame on that one. The good thing about exotics is that you can hunt them any time of the year, so it's year-round. But if you want to optimize whatever animal that you're after, then you need to get a little bit more specific in the dates. Those are antlered animals that I'm talking about. You go to your horned animals, like your black buck antelope, which never drop their horns, that's year-round. So any time of the year is good for them. Then you have your scimitar horned oryx. Same thing. Anytime you want to hunt them is fine. Your sheep or your goats keep their horns on them year-round, so any time of the year is fine. When you go to exotics, when you get to your antlered animals, you have to be a little bit more specific as to when the best time to hunt. But when you get to horned animals, then any time of the year.
Thanks, Alan. That was great. If you'd like more hunting tips, feel free to visit DosPlumasHuntingRanch.com and get to know Alan better. Or better yet, spend some time with Alan and Lori at Dos Plumas soon.